What's up, guys? We are on the other side of the creek, which is good. So we got the bridge in. You saw that on the other video if you watched it. If not, go back a couple episodes there and take a look and see how we got this thing across here. I know the footage wasn't all that great, but you can see somewhat of how it went in. And but now I got all the decking finished. I got all the decking finished on the bridge. I thought about doing a ramp like I did. I'll show you how I did it on the front side, on the yard side. I'm thinking I should have done it on this side, but instead, well, for now I should say, my brother had a couple old railroad ties at his house. So what I did was I had a treated 2x12, and we batted that down on the bottom because I have about a 1.5 foot drop from the top of the deck down to the berm. And so we put that treated 2x12 across the bottom, going like this to hold back dirt, and then he had those 2 railroad ties, and I went and picked those up, and I put those down in front, or at the end of the bridge, up against that 2x12, just to take up space, take up room, so I don't have much dirt to move and stone when I get some stone. So right now what I'm doing is I'm taking a lot of dirt from the berm. It's pretty high, so I don't have anything to worry about as far as losing any. So I could use some of this dirt, and most of it's sand, which is nice. It'll pack down pretty good, and then I'll get the stone on there. But for now I'm just digging out some of this berm, just going down a little bit, backfilling that, the back side of the bridge here to fill that space in. And then eventually, in a week or so, I'll probably go get some stone, and I'll put some stone on the front and the back of the bridge. Because as we drive across this with the Ranger or anything else, it is going to settle and rut up a little bit, so that stone will help. But yeah, the bridge is in, got the decking complete. A lot of help from my brother and my dad, like I said in the other episode. My dad helped me with the decking a little bit, and we got that done. Took a couple days, but I didn't want to bore you with that. It's just simply putting it down, screwing it down, cut it, screw it down. So I don't want to bore you with any of that, so I was just going to show you the end result. So here's what we got. Here is the bridge. This is the back side. This is all the part here that I'm filling in. You can see where I got the gap. There's a 2x12 treated here that's screwed into my timbers that go down the bridge. And then I also have 2 railroad ties down here just to take up space. And then I'm backfilling all this with dirt, sand, and then I'm going to put some stone to make this a nice straight kind of taper on this side. The other end I have a ramp that I'll show you that. But all in all, it came out pretty good. I'm very happy with it. I'm glad I had help from my brother and my dad. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. Just got to keep the dog from going across and not coming back. here's the ramp on this side. I'll give you a view. Yeah, it's all moss and algae. It looks pretty bad, but you can see here's the ramp that we built that comes down to meet the top of this berm. So that's about 10 foot. And then it comes up to the top of the bridge, and that bridge goes across 40 feet to the other side. So yeah, it turned out pretty good. The decking is nice and sturdy. Here's the sides with my sway braces on here. You can see how everything bolted together. Here's my I-beams that go all the way across there. And then the flanges that I got welded on here all the way down, the I-beams, they bolt right into that. And then my uprights, they bolt on these flanges that I welded on the end of the I-beams. And then up here at the top cord of the bridge. So everything looks real nice. It's pretty square. It's about maybe an inch out from one side to the other, but nothing big noticeable. So maybe I probably shouldn't have said that, because now you know. But anyway, yeah, everything turned out really good. Hopefully the video comes out, because my phone has been acting up. But yeah, it turned out really good. And like I said, you come down to here. Let me get out of the sun so you get a better view. And here's the high side of the berm on the other side of the creek. I'm just taking some of the dirt and the sand out of here and filling in this spot here. So yeah, that turned out really good. The decking, this bridge had a little bit of sway when you got on it. And like, let's just say you got in the middle of the bridge and you give it a little shake. It has just a slight shake to it, which is fine. But the decking really tightened that up because it had a lot more movement. And also what I did was the bottom cord of these trusses, where they're sitting on those support beams that I put in the ground, those are bolted to the support beams, so it's not going to move this way or that way, or they're not going to move off of there. So yeah, that's all good. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. And now we can access the back side of the property. I just got to get this area right here, get this area buttoned up right here. I'll take some more of this out of here and bring it up forward, and then on the front of the bridge, all I'm going to do is get some stone and dress that up a little bit with some stone. So yeah, it turned out pretty good. Hopefully you can see that. You can see the bridge there. It came out really nice. So that was a big project, bigger than I imagined it was going to be. We started this bridge build back in, I'm going to say February, and started working on this, and it is now, we're getting towards the end of the first week of June. So I put in 3 11-pound spools of wire as far as welding. So I have, I think they were 11 pound. Yeah, 11-pound spools. So 11 to 33 pounds of wire it took as far as welding into this thing. As far as cost, it wasn't that bad. I'm not going to give you the number, but it wasn't that bad. A lot cheaper than what it would have been if I had someone build it. So I'm very happy with that. Like I said, everything turned out really good. There was a couple, we changed the plan a couple times, which I think worked out really good. We have a nice handrail now across the bridge. I don't know if you remember from last time, what we were going to do is these were going to be inverted. So this was actually going to be hanging underneath. And so this would be hanging underneath. This would be resting on these I-beams, or on my support beams, just like they are now. It's just that these things would be turned and inverted the other way. And then the decking would have just went straight across, no handrails or anything. But with the change that we came up with as far as flipping these back, or flipping these over so that we could have a handrail, it did end up pushing the budget as far as what I was thinking I wanted to spend on this project. It did hike it up a little bit, but all in all, I think it came out really nice. And it was a lot more work, I'm going to say, because instead of just putting the decking right on top of that, if these were to flip the other way, we could have just decked it and been done, did a handrail whenever, you know. So with these flipped over the other way, getting these across and keeping them up like that, because that now what is the top cord is the shorter side. It wanted to flip all the time. It wanted to go right or left. So it was difficult to hold that thing with all our block and tackles and hand lines and stuff to keep that thing standing up so that we could work safely, because if it was to go, someone was going to get hurt or killed. But everything worked out really good. I'm very happy with that. So, but yeah, bridge turned out really good. Hopefully you guys liked the video, and if you haven't seen all the episodes or all the video clips that I uploaded, check them out. I know they're not the best, but check them out and see how we got to this point. But yeah, I'm very happy with it. Turned out really good. Got a few things I got to touch up as far as stone and stuff, but that's about it. And it's ready to go. This thing is pretty rock solid. It moves just a little bit when you get on here, but jumping around and stuff, she's got a little bit of movement, but not much, and I'm happy with that. It should hold up for a long time, long after we're gone. So yeah, that's it. So that's the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Stay tuned for other things that I'm going to upload and do, other projects. But this project, the bridge build, is finished. So yeah, keep watching, like it, subscribe it, keep watching. I appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up. And so until next time, stay tuned. I'll get some more stuff out there and we'll get some more work done.